Hi, this is Jim. I hope you're having a great day. And here I go again. I'm going to try to talk you into my mentoring. But there's a good reason for that because if you're having trouble with trading, or even if you're doing fairly well, I think I can teach you some new things. One thing is a constant theme if you follow my emails and videos and things is that I'm always saying I have all this information that nobody else has. And there is a good reason for me to say that because I've bought probably every ebook, every book, every course out there, and my information is just different than other people. I have been following these markets for so long that I've come up with just some unique things. I mean, it's I guess that's the word for it, unique. I've got little different things on how to get in and everything, and some of it's not necessarily either that it might not be unique, but it might be if it's not unique. Well, it is unique, first of all. But second of all, the things that I use that aren't unique that other people have used that you can find other places, I add it with other indicators in ways that they don't do it that make it unique. So there's just some things I can really teach you that I really think will help with your trading. And for $1,000, that is rock bottom for mentoring. If you look around these other places, I just saw last night. I was on. I'm not going to name the sites. Just Google them and you'll find. But $3,000. It's all 3,000, 4,000, $5,000. One guy's 8,000. And I know their mentoring isn't as good as mine. I mean, I just know it. I've seen most of it. So anyway, they really spice this stuff up to make it look like you're really getting a big package of stuff, and it's just, but some of it's just ridiculously basic material for $2,000, $3,000. Mine is something that you're just gonna go, oh my God, this is awesome. When you see it, you just won't believe it. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I just want to impress upon you that I really think I can help you with this mentoring. Cocoa, here's a good example here. We went long here, we got out here, we went short here, we got out here. Now the thing is this isn't just me just looking at the chart and saying, okay, go long here, go short here. I got specific indicators I use, specific setups, and it's just like mechanical. There is some judgment on some of this stuff, but a lot of it's mechanical, and I mean, I'm going to teach it to you if you sign up for my mentoring. Now, here's the interesting thing about the mentoring. In my premium newsletters, I got a system I'm following. It's a trend following system, and it kind of waits for the market to turn. So like I don't try to get down in here in cocoa. I wait for it to put in like a certain buy signal. So the market has turned a little bit before this system kicks in. And it's a great way to trade because it's working. And then here, I don't try to catch this top in cocoa, but when it comes down here, I got again a set of indicators and something I've come up with that says the odds are that this market has broken the uptrend and it's going to go to a downtrend. And here's the interesting thing. So I'm catching these parts of the moves, the kind of the middle of the moves, which is great. But I also have techniques that will get you in the bottom. I got price patterns. I have indicators that I've come up with that are high probability that you can get in right at the bottom and right at the top and right at the bottom here. I knew Cocoa made a low on this day. I didn't take that trade. I mean, I knew as far as I could. I knew, you can never say you know it for sure, but I was sure Cocoa made a low that day. Now, whether it plays out or not, that's just something the market's got to tell you. But I was pretty confident there was a low in for Cocoa. I could have went long my newsletter here, but I'm following a system. And once you got a system that's working, you don't want to try to not follow it anymore. So I got rules, and so I didn't get in. Now we would have gone long on with the system on today's bar, but we're in other things, and I just decided let's just wait for Cocoa because what I can do, I got other things, re-entry techniques. So if Cocoa keeps going, I'll find a pullback and I'll get in Cocoa. So I did actually have a buy signal last night to get in on tomorrow's open with my on today's open with my system, and basically I just didn't take that trade. I mean, you don't have to take them all. So anyway, that's kind of a little bit of what I'm saying is I got a system to get in the trends, a trend following system. I got techniques, and I guess you could call it a system to nail the lows. I got trading techniques and systems that if a market is starting a big is in a big trend, um, let's see, like if it's in a big trend, I got ways that you can pyramid up on it. Now again, the reason I don't use some of this stuff in my newsletter, now like say this market, we got, this is one I keep saying, if you watched my last couple videos, we got long clear back here on this base, right in here, and we're holding along the whole way, and this is just going to be a monster winner for us, because right now with this thrust up, this is peak momentum, and again, that's another indicator I'll have to show you how, but I can tell that this is peak momentum right here. Markets very rarely make tops on peak momentum, so this market's going to keep going higher from here, so we're holding along. I mean, this is the kind of things I'll teach you. I'll teach you how to get in down here. I'll teach you how to even get in lower if you want to be more aggressive. I'll teach you how to pyramid up if you want to try that, and I'll teach you how to hold. That's a big part of the trade, is knowing how to hold and knowing how to lock in your profit as you go and let it run. Um, the reason I don't do some of these things in my newsletter is because it's not for everybody, and it is a little more aggressive. Like when you try to nail the exact low, sometimes you're going to get stopped out a few more times. Well, there's nothing wrong with that if you got the personality to do that. If you're willing to do that, that's a great way to trade. But I don't do it in my newsletter because I'm kind of trying to make it the easiest. Like there's the least amount of stop outs, because I think most people don't like to get stopped out and hit it again and stopped out and hit it again and stuff. But that can be a very effective way to trade, because the thing is if you're trying to nail this low and you get stopped out with a very small loss, and then you try to nail the low again, very small loss, eventually you'll nail this low and be right at the bottom, and then you'll get these huge moves. So some of these techniques that I teach in my mentoring aren't for everybody, but a lot of people will love them. So that's what's so good about the mentoring is it gives you a choice of how to trade. Like when I'm doing these newsletters, I got a certain way I do them, because I figure it's the simplest and the best way for the majority of the people to trade. But if once you learn how I'm making the trades and you learn all these little tricks, if you see a market that you want to trade that I'm not putting in the newsletter, or if you see that a market's putting in a bottom and you want to try to buy the bottom, you can do that once you know the techniques. And that's the biggest thing about my mentoring, I guess, is that it gives you the freedom and the flexibility to take other trades that I might not necessarily put in my newsletter. And then plus I can't put every market in my newsletter. I mean, I'm only going to put, we got lean hogs going right now. We're long soybeans, we're long oats, we're short crude. I might have to stop and reverse on crude. They're not all winners, but to me 4 trades is enough. And another one is if gold keeps going higher, we're going to be getting long gold, and that can be traded with a micro contract, which is a really low risk contract, $10 an ounce. So the gold trade would be really good for anybody with a smaller account. So buy the premium newsletter if you're looking to go long gold, and I'll get you in at the right time in the gold trade. Again, I don't have a buy signal on it yet, but depending on market action, I might have a buy signal on it the next couple days. But again, so I got 4 things going in the newsletter, 4 or 5 things going. To me, that's plenty. That's enough for anybody to be trading at a time. But you might be looking at the Swiss franc, and you might be wanting to go long or short the Swiss franc, and you might just be like, is this a buy? Is this a buy? Jim's not putting out a buy in the newsletter. Well, if you get the mentoring, you'll know if it's a buy or not. So enough of the speech, but I really think you can get $1,000 worth out of this mentoring. I mean, this move right here is $1,000 move on a mini lot forex, and it's very low risk to trade these mini lots of forex. So I mean, right there, that pays for your mentoring, just this move right here. And you can say that on about any of these trades. We're long lean hogs, we're long soybeans. All those trades are going to be $1,000 winners, and of course I don't want to ever make it sound like they're all winners. There are going to be some losers, but that is another thing I go into in my mentoring. The mental side of the trading, and again, I keep saying I have unique material. My mental side And my mental trading is a whole different idea than you'll find anywhere else. I take a whole different approach to the mental side of trading. A lot of the mental side of trading, I don't really want to give it away because that's for the mentoring students. But my mental techniques and my ideas will make it easy for you to trade. Let me put it that way. That's about all I can say without letting the cat out of the bag. But it's altogether different than all the mental. And I've got all the mental trading books, and they're good, but they're good if you kind of if you they're really for if you don't know how to trade. If you know how to trade, to me the mental process is a little different. And that's what I'm teaching you. I'm going to teach you the mental trade to be a trader that's going to dig in there and make the trades, and not somebody that's like, always being wishy-washy, which is what kind of some of those mental books kind of preach in a way. I don't want to get into that too much because you could all disagree with me on that. But anyway, enough of the speech. Please sign up for the mentoring. I really think you'll be glad you did. And this month I'm running a special where you can make payments on it, 10 payments of $100, so you don't have to pay 1,000 up all at once. And if you want to pay 1,000 up all at once, you can still do that on my website. So thanks for listening to my video. I greatly appreciate it. Jim.